Hi friend, this is Huaqi. I'm a new UX designer. Today I'm going to walk you through the case study of Dreamy. Dreamy is a mobile app aims to improve the user's sleep quality and sleep health. So actually this project is a capstone of CareerFoundry bootcamp. Totally I spent around 3 to 4 months on this project. And I'm the only designer, so I play different roles like UX designer, user research, and facilitation. So now let's get started and see the bone of Dreamy. Actually, for the CareerFoundry project, it asks us to design a digital app to improve the user's mental health. So why do I come to the idea of designing the digital app to improve the user's sleep quality? So it all starts from around 1 year ago. I made some videos, total around 3 videos about the sleep science, how to improve their sleep quality, and share some sleep techniques. And it received tons of reviews and comments. I was quite surprised by that. And then I gradually get the idea that people are suffering from the poor sleep quality, and there was ways to improve their sleep health and sleep quality. So when I get this project, it just comes into my mind. Then I conduct more research to validate this idea. So according to the Philips Global Sleep Survey, only 10% of the people says they had extremely good sleep quality, but around 80% of people said they want to improve their sleep quality. Also from the business side, from the McKinsey report, it shows there will be around $30 to $40 billion generated from the sleep health industry. So according to both the global sleep problem and the business opportunities, I generated the idea, how might we improve the user's sleep quality? Now let's have a quick look at the sneak peek of Dreamy. We may then have the basic idea about the main screen and the main feature of Dreamy. But how did we get here? To generate the final solution, I utilized the design thinking process. That is, to define the problem, to conduct the research, start to design, and keep iteration in the whole process. Since we already talked about the define of the problem, now let's move on to the research. I start from the competitive analysis. I want to know what is on the market and how does this product address the problems. So after the research, I found there are around 4 categories of the sleep apps, and the sleep cycle and slumber would be my direct competitors. And also after the deep dive into these 2 apps, I found there are some opportunities or the gaps that there should be the app more than just providing tons of data or meditation or other sleep techniques. And at the same time, I also find like I should narrow down my problem. Instead of saying like improve the user's sleep quality, how to define the sleep quality. Then I iterate my problem statement, like how might we help the adults fall fast asleep, or wake up feel freshly, or feel fully rested. So based on this research, to differentiate all my app with the one on the market, I also need to understand better of my users' pain point, their needs or their goals. The user survey mainly focus on 3 questions. What sleep issues do the users have? Why do they have these sleep issues? And is there any techniques or tools do they use to improve their sleep quality? So the user survey is posted on the social medias with a screener of the participants with some sleep issues or cares about the sleep health. So around 267 responses were received. With these responses, I generate some findings and insights. 91% of the participants wake up and still feel so unfresh. 75% of the users takes more than 20 minutes for a sleep. And pressure, anxiety, and social medias are the main reasons stop people from getting a good night's sleep. Additionally, only 16% of the participants turn to sleep apps to improve their sleep quality. 2% of the participants try to change their pillows and blanket, and only 1% tries to looking for some pills. The user survey really helps to understand the pattern of the sleep issues, but to dig into the why behind these patterns, I also conduct some user interviews. For the user interview, 9 participants all around the world were selected, and we focus mainly on 3 goals. The first is why the users have certain kind of sleep issues, and secondly, how do they find ways to solve this kind of issues, and thirdly, what do they love and don't like the current sleep applications. I've already collected so much information, then I was able to synthesize all the data with affinity map to understand the user's pain points and their needs. So I classed all the information with the themes of the user's goals, their feelings, their habits, the features, and the business scope. Based on the affinity map, I was able to get some very solid insight. So first, people care about their sleep health and sleep data, but they're just suspicious and confused by the accuracy of the data and how they can do with this kind of data. And secondly, stress and anxiety are the main reasons drive the users to the social media or TV shows, which can lead to very bad sleep quality. And thirdly, people realize they get some bad night habits, but they cannot control it. To zoom in on the user's motivation, their behaviors, and challenges, I create the user persona. Based on the user persona, I'm able to better understand the user's problem and provide some potential solutions, like build some sleep tracker, customized program, some sleep aid libraries. As I'm going through the user research, I've generated so many ideas, like a sleep tracker, export the sleep data to the doctor, group meditation, smart clock, etc. But since I'm building the MVP, I need to prioritize and rank all the features. Then, based on the user's needs and user's pain points, I decided to focus on 3 main features. The first one is a sleep tracker and customized sleep data and suggestion. Secondly, the customized sleep program to providing some programs and habits for the users. Thirdly, the sleep aid library to provide some techniques like meditation, sleep story, or the music, etc. The machine learning techniques will also be used in this app to provide some customized data and customized program for the users. After deciding the main features, I'm able to build the journey map for the users to achieving the goal of these features. And after that, I'm also able to build the user flow and sitemap to see the structure and the hierarchy of this app. Based on the journey map, the user flow, and the sitemap, and finally able to build the lo-fi wireframe. I quickly create the middle-fi prototype and recruited 5 participants for the usability test. I want to know whether the participants find this app usable and useful. What do they like and don't like, or if they have some misunderstanding of this app. So after I get some result from the users, I use the affinity map to organize all the information, and also I utilize the spread rainbow to rank and prioritize all the issues and all the feedbacks I get from the participants. So I generate 3 top proposed issues and solutions and start to get my iterative design. Here I show the 3 main iterations of the design. So the first one is a home page. The layout actually didn't change a lot, but there are some 3 minor changes. So the first is I change the clock to an image to give the users a sense of calmness and serendipity. And secondly, I change the button of enrolled program to a current program. I want to make it more straightforward and understandable for the users. And thirdly, I move the sleep track button to the bottom and change the color to white to make it more obvious for the users. The second one is the weekly data analysis. During the usability test, the participants keep saying that the charts are too much for them and they're kind of confused by these charts. Especially 4 out of 5 participants mentioned that they didn't really understand what is the sleep schedule and how to read the sleep schedule. So to simplify the charts and make everything simple and clear to the users, I decided to delete the sleep score and the sleep schedule charts to concentrate only on the other 2. And for the sleep track screen, I also iterated based on the usability test. So firstly, I add a moon and cloud with the time. So it gives the users some signifies that it is the running and current time. And secondly, I move the stop tracker button to the bottom and signify it. And thirdly, also in the usability test, the participants keeps concentrated that they didn't really understand the sleep notes and they have some misunderstood of the notes. So I just decided to not keep the notes and make the screen very clean and simple. For the final design, I also included the style guide, like the typography, the color, the iconography, and the UI element. But I want to concentrate a little bit about the color. Because for this app, I want to give the user the sense of serendipity, the calmness, and be present. So I use the primary color of purple. But I also want to give the users a sense of hope and lively. So I use yellow and red as the accent color. Based on all the research, design, and iteration, I was able to create the hi-fi prototype. Please take time to explore it if you want. But if you don't, you can go directly into the Dreamy walkthrough video. I promise it will be a lot of fun. So what I've learned through this process: first, show your work at a very early stage and don't hesitate to ask for the feedback. Although I'm the only designer of this project, but I constantly reach out to a lot of UX designers and engineers to communicate with them and ask for their suggestions and comments. I also reach to a lot of potential users at the early stage, and I find it is pretty useful, especially like in iterating your designings at the early and lo-fi wireframe. And secondly, defining the problem is as important as finding the solutions. So we should constantly ask ourselves why. What is the problem? Why is the problem? Why do we define the problem like this? Last but not least, have fun and keep iteration on. Being the solo designer in the project can be very stressful and burning out. So have the spirit of fun and experiment would be so important. So in the next step, I will spend more time on the data virtualization part. I found users are interested in the data and they especially want to know how to use the data to improve the sleep quality. So I want to gradually build a very advanced yet very simple dashboard for the users to visualize their data and to visualize their progress. That's all for the case study today. Really hope you enjoyed. Let's catch up and keep contact. Have a good day. Bye.